The college football experience, week 5 pregame show on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5. Get $50 in bonus funds when you sign up with our promo code. That is TCESGPN. So do that. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
This is Dan Hawkins. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience. Week 5 pregame show. Oh boy. We are off and running to just an incredible week already. Yes, we were at the ECU Army game Thursday, which I did get incorrect, but that's when I want to get incorrect because I did bet against my Pirates. But today should be an unbelievable day. I know many people have said this is the best lineup they've seen in years. But how about last night? We got to talk about last night because just college football is the greatest sport on the fucking planet. You saw it. You saw it at Charlottesville. I was on Virginia money line. I was on Virginia +7. Maybe the greatest field storm ever. And I don't want to hear any shit about, oh, it's dangerous. They're wearing a fucking helmet and shirt and shoulder pads and stuff. Come on. What is dangerous about that? More dangerous is playing the fucking sport of football. But what a scene in Charlottesville, Virginia. And I'll be interested to talk about that in a minute here. Unbelievable game, a game that I think people will remember their whole lives. And then in Tempe, Arizona, I was on Arizona State -2.5, and somehow, some way, after trailing the entire game, Arizona State rallies and wins 27-24. And then I was on Oregon State plus, I think it was 12.5. I also took the money line, which did not cash, but that game was wild in overtime as Oregon State got their kick blocked to send it to overtime. Just an awesome day for the greatest sport in the history of the fucking planet. Anyway, if you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Swing at Database Dan, aka Pick Don D. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I'm probably drinking too much and celebrating too much and not sleeping.
I'm just cracking one.
Killed a normal man, but no, that's gone. The medical advice I got from that was like being hit by lightning. Pretend it never happened and get on with your life.
Today's slate's unbelievable. Hopefully it lives up to it. And if it's anything like yesterday, bring the melatonin. All right. I am joined by my co-host, and he was on Stormwatch. All right, he was on Stormwatch in Charlottesville, Virginia, yesterday. As he was there, he might have been the guy that initiated all of this. Hey, we're gonna run down this hill, and I will shit on Real Money Kramer because Scott Stadium's a legendary stadium, and it's been the fans not showing up that's the flaw. The stadium's legendary. And part of the reason why is having that fucking hill so you can storm the way they did. Awesome shit. Give it up for the host of the NBA Gambling Podcast and the WNBA Gambling Podcast, Terrell Furman Jr. How are you? As I struggle to welcome you in. How you doing?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm good. Scott Stadium. I mean, the fans is the only thing. They were still 10,000 seats short. They were 10. Yeah. Imagine if there was 10,000 more people there.
It's an extremely large stadium for the amount of students that go there.
Yep.
And so
the
in
hill?
that, yeah, but the hill, that stadium is a classic stadium. And the hill, dude. So tell me your experience. You were at the game. You sent us video of this. Were you planning this the whole season to go to this game? What happened there?
No, I wasn't at the game, but you know me, I have my secret squirrels everywhere, and my secret squirrels my secret squirrels sent me the footage and the tape. You know, they're everywhere. I have secret squirrels that are going to be out there today. So look around and see where I, quote unquote, I may be at today. So no, it was really electric though. It was really
that's
electric.
The best
the hill, the hill. And I thought it was funny because I was like, man, I thought the hill was kind of cool. As soon as I was hearing Ryan talk a lot of shit about the hill, and then like to see the hill have that impact, because if they don't pick to go the opposite direction the first overtime, trying to duck the hill, because they thought, oh, we could get this done in one overtime. We're going to duck the hill and go the other way. Oh, throwing right into that. Squirrel White had no shot. No shot.
Yeah. He was got to be fine though. Cause look, they just wanted to run the field. Like, dude, I've seen it. It's been a minute since I saw a storm that bang bang, right? Because that was one of the best storms I've seen. It reminded me of like some of the games in the 90s. Like I remember like an Auburn game in the 90s that was in similar vein, I thought. But or no, the Kentucky LSU Hail Mary where it went against them. But my point is that come on, man, you're in shoulder pads and shit. Like you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine.
He literally was okay. Like he popped, bro. Yeah. He was okay. It's just having to navigate the people to get to the other side of the field to go and lead. But oh man, I mean, and that's what the hill did though, as Towley is saying in the chat. The guy that bobbled the catch, it was because he was catching into the hill. I bet you if he's on the other side of the field where nobody's 100%. At, he makes that catch.
100%.
But all of those people right there, he starts bobbling like, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. And next thing you know, he's out of bounds. And by the way, ACC, greatest game day broadcast of any conference. Any conference.
With the refs or with the look into the room. Everyone should be doing that. The NFL should be doing that. Everybody should be doing that. And I like, look, okay, the refs did fuck up a situation where Tony Elliott took out the kick team on a like that's fair, but I didn't think they got the I thought that was an incomplete pass in the end zone.
It was I thought you have to have control. Like everybody talks about control. He never had control.
By the time he gets control of it, to me, he's clearly out of bounds. Yeah. But there is no excuse for them resetting the clock. But you know, it's still not UVA's fault that it is their fault that they put out the kick team. But you know, who knows if they would have been able to run out there fire drill style and be able to get it done. But I do agree that Mike Norvell should be pissed about that. But man, what a fucking Friday night, dude. It's going to be hard to live up to it today, man. It's going to be all three games were bangers.
Arizona State with it late.
I can't believe I pulled that out of my ass.
The cover. It was just it was a great night of football, man. It was a great night of football.
So can today live up to it is the question, because we got games kicking off in 51 minutes. And I'm going to take you to one where I'm on this dog straight from the start. The Louisville Cardinals are heading to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to take on Pat Narduzzi.
Okay.
I think first off, Louisville has only won once at Pitt, I believe, in like the past 20 years. For some reason, Pitt just has a knack for fucking with them. I personally think Louisville's brand of ball, whether it was Petrino, whether it was Satterfield, and whether it's Braum, I think Braum's the best coach of those, but they still kind of have similar styles. You know, they're not super physical. And Pitt is a team that I would describe as super physical, especially defensively. That's why I think they fuck with Louisville so much. Another thing is this is tall grass at Heinz Field or whatever the fuck they're calling it now. So I do believe it slows down the speed. Yeah, so they change that shit every year now. It's ridiculous. But it slows down the speed of Louisville. So I'm on Pitt. I think it's a money line play too, man. I'm locking this thing up. What are you doing here?
Let's see. Pitt's throwing the ball a lot this year. They're only running the ball on 34.8% of plays.
Yeah, they need to commit to the run a little bit more, I think.
Yeah, Pitt's very heavy into the pass game. But can you attack that? Can you just be aggressive and just attack that Louisville team there? Pitt at home dog. Yeah, 3.5. Are we so clear? Are we so sure? Because that James Madison game was ugly. And that's what I go back to because I don't think James Madison is that good.
Well, another thing I think they do, like Miller Moss didn't look good in that JMU game to me. He did not look that good. And Pitt, Narduzzi teams, first off, their linebacking core is one of the best in the country. They always have good secondary, safeties and corners. The Athletic did an article on that this offseason, how he develops at a really high level, especially in the secondary and linebacking core. But they're super aggressive. They blitz a lot. Now that'll burn you sometimes, but it never makes you feel comfortable. And I think that's the blueprint to beating Louisville. Pitt's offense, though. What's that?
Never mind. Keep going.
No, I was gonna say Pitt's offense, though. I would like to see them be a little bit more balanced. I think that would be to win this game. You don't have to be Louisville to win this game. To me, just try to me, the defense will force a turnover or two on Brahms' offense. And then to me, I would make it a point of trying to milk the clock and make the game shorter. More possessions mean better chance for Louisville to win. So, but I still think Pitt's the play. I think that at home, especially coming off their last loss, was the backyard brawl. Narduzzi needs this, man. They have a new athletic director, a new president. They need this. So I'm doing that. You jumping in?
Yeah, I am jumping in with Pitt. Let me add to you with this. Miller Moss has not won a game on the road yet as a starter. He has not done that. Lost to Michigan.
Lost to Maryland.
Lost to Maryland. Lost to Minnesota. Lost to Washington. He has not won a game. I really think if I dug into it, he's probably 0-4 ATS in all of these games too, because I have to assume he and USC were favored in almost all of them. Even the Michigan game, they were favored on the road. Yeah, so he's 0-4 straight up, 0-4 ATS on the road. I'm not backing that. Give me Pitt Panthers. Get it done.
Another ACC classic, perhaps.
All right, let's hope the 12 o'clock slate doesn't jinx that one. That's
true. That is true.
12 o'clock games get ugly. They really do.
There's a Notre Dame Arkansas game that I'm terrified of touching. I picked Arkansas +4 on the spreadsheet, but I was just grabbing a coffee, and there was an Irish fan in the joint. He said, "You on the Irish today?" I was like, "I'm not touching that fucking game with a 10-foot pole, man." You know what I mean? But what are you doing in it? Do you have a bet in this game? I'm very excited to watch it because let me tell you, this place will be fucking rocking. This is the first time Notre Dame and Arkansas are ever playing. This place will be the epitome of lit. I don't care that it's noon. It should have been a night game. They party or foul on the play. But what are you doing here?
I think it's tough. Another really tough road game, but it's at 12 o'clock this time around. So I think they'll be okay. Here's what I think: both defenses suck. Well, maybe not Notre Dame's defense, but I think you can attack Notre Dame's defense. I think there are ways to attack and put up points there. And I think Arkansas, you can absolutely score on. And so that's what makes me nervous for the Razorbacks here. I think we see a lot of points. I think this is an over kind of game. But if you told me Notre Dame had some this was a back and forth, and then Notre Dame had some crazy Jeremiah Love run or some crazy pass by Carr that won this game by a touchdown, I wouldn't be surprised. It just kind of seems like the games that Arkansas will lose.
By the way, I mean, look, Notre Dame's defense, I know they've played good competition thus far. Their pass defense is 132nd out of 136.
Yeah.
So
I have to assume that Marcus Freeman's going to get the defense right.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? It might be he might have to fire the DC because I remember Al Golden left for the Cincinnati Bengals, and then Chris Ash walks in. Remember when he was a head coach at Rutgers? He's kind of the guy that brought Rutgers back to being terrible. after Schiano had left for the Tampa Bay Bucks, but we'll see. Shout out to the chat. I am going to disagree though with you, Myron. I know Myron. Shout out to Myron, by the way. I believe Myron, correct me if I'm wrong. You are a Virginia Cavalier fan, correct? I believe you're a Virginia Cavalier fan or a Virginia Tech fan. One of the two. I guess big difference. I thought he was a Virginia fan. I thought he was a Virginia. If so, congrats. I'm on the other side of this one though. I think UCF's going to get rolled up on as they head to Manhattan, Kansas. This is the Kansas State that had a bye week. I think they right their wrongs during that bye week. I am laying the 5.5 with those Wildcats as UCF hits the road for the first time this season. That's another angle. Is like you saw it last night. I mean, all three home teams covered. Oregon State probably should have won, but 2 of the 3 won outright. I'm going K-State here, especially. Have they ever been to Manhattan? I don't even know they ever played in Manhattan. So, what are you doing here?
I'm not a believer in K-State. I think that we found the team that just sucks this year, and that's K-State. That's all it is. We found the team that just sucks. Am I concerned about the road angle? Yes. Can K-State have this way and kind of win this game? An ugly game, maybe, but just laying the points with K-State after what we've seen from this K-State team and thinking that 1 week off is going to fix the first month of bad football that we saw.
If I'm honest, I think UCF's just a bad team. They're 3-0, but their opponents, no disrespect, North Carolina A&T is one of them. Jacksonville State in a game that I thought they should have lost. There was a defensive touchdown by Jacksonville State that they took off the board because of ridiculous targeting. And then they beat North Carolina and Chapel Bill, who looks like maybe the worst Power 5 in the nation. You see what I'm saying? Like they're 3-0.
Yeah,
but
this same Army team that looked like shit this week,
beat
them outright at home. So like, come on, Kansas State. I'm not a believer in Kansas State. I think Kansas State sucks. I'll wait for them to win and then prove me wrong. So give me UCF. Well, I'm not taking Kansas.
Oh, we battle it?
Yeah, I'll battle you.
Oh, hey, yes. There
Kansas
we
State
go.
Sucks. There's nothing from what you've seen.
They
from
can
Kansas
still
State
win the Big 12
because this is a touchdown. You're laying a touchdown.
5.5, right?
Yes.
We're good. They're gonna fuck them up. They never played in the Little Apple, or so it was like 25 years ago. Don't forget when K-State lost to Arizona, that was a non-conference game. So they're really just 0-1 in conference, but so they're still very much alive.
Now we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
We got a battle in the Little Apple. Terrell Fairbairn Jr. jumping on the very golden UCF shiny Knights. Picked ID rolling with these K-State Wildcats. Next up.
Play the ear bleeding music. You guys don't play enough video games. I mean, I know I don't, but some others really don't.
Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, like when I don't have the time to do it anymore. As a kid, I loved it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's literally no time to play now.
Yeah.
I did
Syracuse.
go to an arcade and it had like a Nintendo 64 and like Sega Genesis, all that stuff. Like you could go play it. It was pretty cool.
Those are cool as fuck, man. There's one in downtown San Diego that, like, when I went to a couple Padres games, me and my buddy would hop over there, and you end up, because they fuse it with like a bar. They have a bar, and then you have like a bunch of cool games, even like the Papa Shot or whatever the fuck that's called, where you can quickly shoot baskets and stuff. Duke Syracuse, you on this one after Syracuse basically? CJ Sullivan with an unbelievable money line call in that Syracuse Clemson game last week.
Fran Brown.
Yeah. Fran is such a beast, dude. He's such a beast.
He's only not slept in the bed with his wife once this season so far. So like,
it's no way he's at Syracuse next year, right?
You think somebody's gonna go get him?
I think he's a damn good football coach, and the eye test tells me even if they go like 6-6. It's even when they lose, they look better. Like the Tennessee game, they lost, but I thought they looked better than what I anticipated them to look. based on their roster changes. So I fully expect. I mean, I expect someone to make a run at him. I don't understand why you wouldn't. Like, to me, he's a player's coach too. To me, like, if you're telling me, some of these schools, I don't know. It depends which schools open, but why would you not at least call them to see if Wisconsin opens, if Cincinnati one makes, is Syracuse a better job than Cincinnati? Maybe. You got. I personally think Cincinnati's better because of the talent within the area. But you would think some of these jobs, shit. If I'm UCLA, what are you doing? Get on the fucking phone. Is UCLA better than Syracuse though? I don't know because their administration's kind of crazy and they pay Cal $10 million a year. But Virginia Tech. Why would you not? Why the fuck would you not? Right?
Yeah.
Am I crazy here?
No.
Yeah.
I think he went to Virginia Tech. I'd be a very, very happy camper.
Yeah, he's pretty much proven right now coming in there to a program that's kind of been in the dumps over the past 20 years. I know Dino had 1 year, but I've been very impressed thus far. Duke's laying 4.5. Obviously, they lost Angeli, their starting quarterback. That was a tough play.
Yeah.
It was a tough play to watch as someone that likes football. It just non-contact. I'll be honest, that one set white people back for pretty far, in my opinion. Like it was just, dude, it's just a rollout, and he just completely eats shit. That's like some shit like a 75-year-old person does. Anyway, we're wishing him the best. Happy recovery. Quite embarrassing Achilles injury, in my opinion. Like, dude, like that one. Really bad, really fucking bad. I'll put it like this. I'm on like 20 text chains with buddies and like different friends. Right. And all of them sent me that being like, good Lord. Right. It's worse than Mark Madsen's dance. You know what I mean? Back when he was at Stanford, right. Or at the Lakers. I still think, look, I know a lot of people like Duke -4.5. I'm on I think Q's keep it close. Duke can still win the game, but give me the 4.5. What are you doing? What are you doing here?
I really want to trust Fran Brown and get this team ready, but I just don't know what they're going to do. I thought Angeli was playing pretty solid for them too, man. I got to wait a week. To see it. I'll take Duke, but I'm not betting this one. I can't bet against Fran Brown. Like, what? The guy that doesn't take showers after losses. That is a
Dude, did I tell you
crazy
when I
level
met him?
of commitment, because I always make bets with myself all the time. All right, get this done in this fast, or this is going to happen. Get this done in this fast, or this is going to happen. He told himself if he's losing games, he's not taking a shower. Like,
I was impressed. I was impressed because you have all these, I was at ACC Media Days and you have all these coaches are millionaires, right?
Yeah.
So the Pop-Tarts Bowl sponsors the ACC, right? Like it's always one of the ACC teams. So they quickly set up like a pop shop. It was not there the day before because it's, that event's like multiple days. So I was anticipating you turn this corner from the bathroom and there's nothing there. Right. And I turned the corner and it was the Pop-Tarts table. So I quickly like spin out of it and I bang into Fran Brown, who's eating a fucking cold Pop-Tart. Look, all the other coaches that I saw, none of them were fucking with the Pop-Tarts because they're Fran Brown, though. What I love, man of the people, sitting there eating a cold fucking Pop-Tart. That to me tells you something, right? That tells you something right there. Yeah, I was sold right then. Georgia Tech's at Wake Forest. You're very familiar with Wake Forest. It's one of your favorite programs. And, I actually bet them +14. Am I an idiot? They're calling for rain all day.
Yeah. It's muggy in North Carolina. Very muggy.
14 fucking points, dude. Georgia Tech. Come on. I just feel like Wake can stay within that number. Yellow Jackets will win the game, but I feel like 14 points, they can do it. What are you doing here?
Yeah, you can't take Brett Key as a favorite. Take Wake. That's ultimately what it comes down to. I wanted to not take Wake, but Brett Key is a favorite. not very interesting. Under 500. Brett Key is a dog. That's where you want to bet him. When he has no expectations, you're giving him points. He gets that team up. But when they are the hunter or when they're the hunter, it doesn't work out. Nope. Give me weight plus the points.
Let's go. If you can get 14 out right now, I'm seeing 13.5, but I still jump in on that.
Where's that Brett Key stat?
It's just a sleepy game too. You know what I mean?
8-1 as a favorite, Brett Key.
Yeah. I mean, this is a game traditionally like he loses. Like not necessarily Wake Forest, but someone that you're just not expecting. The chat is talking about Parker Navarro being out. I don't know that. Is that actually being reported? I did not see that. But they're probably wondering why the line has come down to 7.5 against Bowling Green.
Navarro.
Yeah, chat. I did not see that report. If so, so I don't know. Pay attention to that. But Must Vibe said, "I've never eaten a warm Pop-Tart in my life." Well, I mean, I put it like this, Must Vibe. There was there was like 4 toasters right there, and he elected not to use the toaster. So, I mean, maybe you're right.
I
maybe
feel like I've been
cold.
50-50. I've had cold Pop-Tarts a good amount of times, but I've also had warm Pop-Tarts. So, like, you could do both.
Well, I mean, my thing is like they said it there. I think there's instructions, right, for it to go in the fucking toaster. The commercial is it in a toaster. I feel like, or historically,
but what kind of Pop-Tart was it?
Like, I don't know.
I mean, one with no icing, because then we're really gonna have to like that's some really crazy. The Pop-Tart with no icing is really crazy, and so if you do that, you're a different kind of man.
We started talking ball way before that, but because I didn't know, I banged into him essentially. I like kind of like hit him decently there, and I was, I'm so sorry. Then I'm like, hey, Fran Brown, how the fuck you doing, man? So yeah, I mean, I don't know. You know what? Next year I'll check back on that and see what it was. Shout out to Daquad saying over under 4.5 fake ass lightning delays. Terrell, I got to the bottom of this to a certain extent.
Okay.
Someone hit me up on Twitter. Shout out to them, and I forgive me for not knowing your name right now. They actually did a deep dive on this. The NCAA's rule is 8 miles, but all the universities can set their own. At Notre Dame, it's 15 miles, which is pretty crazy. So the Clemson one, the reason why I've been on these very airwaves shitting on this is because Clemson didn't even have any lightning last week. I think they used it as like a strategic advantage. I think Syracuse was whooping their ass.
Yeah.
And they're like, dude, let's call a lightning delay. There's some rain going on down the road. We can say
to
lightning.
Stop this ass whooping.
Yeah.
Anything.
And they still couldn't avoid it. Daquan saying over under 4.5 fake lightning. I'll take the over. I'll take the over. USC Illinois. I'm curious what you're doing here. USC laying 6.5. Illinois has got like their whole entire secondary dinged up. I still took the Illini plus the 6.5 just because of the time zone difference and the travel.
Yeah, that's ultimately how I feel about it. Is BLM gets them up at home. You got the time zone travel thing going on the road here for USC. I'm really not sold on USC as a team, to be honest.
That beat last week was fucking filthy, though, dude. We had that in our Westgate contest.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you caught that game because I was like 2 a.m. East Coast time, but Michigan State threw like an 80-yard touchdown pass with like a minute left, down 20. So they covered. It's just like, good Lord. But yeah, USC didn't look great last week. I'll say that. But yeah, I didn't bet the game. I just picked the Illini plus the points.
Yeah, if you have a defense that can make Altmaier look decent, then you're liable against the Illini.
I'm a bit concerned about that secondary being dinged up against Lincoln Riley, though. I think they're all in like backup safeties and corners for the most part. So that is something to pay attention to. This game is interesting. Shout out to Damani in the chat. We know he's a Vanderbilt Commodore through and through. Vanderbilt's laying 23.5. Shop around against Bronco Mendenhall and Utah State. And Vandy has Alabama on deck. Vandy is undefeated against the spread this year.
About time they lose one.
That's what I'm thinking. This was a Mac and CJ lock, but I just jumped on it earlier this morning. I bet Utah State to stay within this number. Vandy wins, but I think Utah State stays just within this number. You interested in going? What are you doing here? But are you interested in betting this thing?
Yeah, this might be a little obscure game that I throw onto the card here because it makes a lot of sense. I don't think that they lose the game outright, but I do think that they handle business, and it's a little bit closer. I like Utah State plus the points. That look ahead to Alabama next week is really big, and I know they're already prepping for that. So there's something in this Utah State game that they didn't take account for.
Yeah, and look, this shout out to Tolly. He is me and him are on the same page here. Rice runs this shotgun option attack. It's basically the triple option out of the gun, but they run the third most amount of time in the country. Navy, I believe, is at number 2. Actually, no, I think they're number 1 right now. I think Army is number 2. Well, I don't know, considering Army played on Thursday. But what the fuck is this number? I've been puzzled by this. 13.5. It's come down a point. Actually, it's come down 2 points, I think. I think Rice is live to win this thing. I think this is like a field goal game. So I'm all over these Rice Owls. 2 option teams going up against it. You know, like Rice, their head coach, Scotty Abel, actually ran the full-on rushing triple option at one point in his career. And he studied Paul Johnson's offense for a long time. So I just think he's equipped to stop or to limit the Navy triple option. So I'm all over the points with the Rice Owls. How about you?
Rice made me eat shit in the Houston game, man.
They had that thing covered too. The fucking interceptions late in that game. That's why I took Oregon State though. It's because I thought Houston kind of dressed that score up late. They got like basically 2 pick six. Well, I know it was only 1 pick six, but the other one was pretty far back. I'm telling you though, 2 option teams, they never blow each other out when you have 2 option teams. There's only going to be like 8 possessions in the whole fucking game.
All right. I'll go with Rice.
Let's go. Fly with the Owls. Curious what you're doing in the Magnolia Bowl as LSU heads to Oxford, Mississippi to take on Ole Miss. Ole Miss laying 2.5. I have bet LSU. Last time LSU was here, Ole Miss did storm the field in a fucking insane game where LSU had Jalen Daniels, and really we're kind of in control of like that game, like 90% of the game, but a great comeback by Ole Miss. But I'm betting LSU here. I just think Blake Baker and that defense is all the difference with when you have the other units. I mean, Lane Kiffin's offense, I think, is good, but they haven't faced anything like LSU's defense, and I think that's the logic for me. And I also expect Nussmeier to have great success, even though LSU's offense has struggled. I think he'll have great success against a weak Ole Miss defense. So that's what I'm doing there. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I think Ole Miss defense is very weak, and I mean, it was 30 points, but man, they really did have times that they struggled moving the football against Kentucky, and I don't think it was just a quarterback thing. I think it was just fact of LSU can get got at times, especially if you have a really, really solid defense that can generate some pressure up front, get them off their spot, and throw them out of rhythm. And when Lane gets had in these games, he gets had. Like, yeah, I like LSU. Give me LSU. Get it done. I trust that their offense will be able to score more points on the Ole Miss defense than Ole Miss offense on LSU's defense, which is, I mean, the name of the game when you're picking them. But yeah, I just don't trust this Ole Miss defense to get enough stops.
Go Tigers. We'll see. We got to beat Ole Miss. Go Tigers. Shout out to the chat. Yes, next slide, Sullivan. The FCS show was yesterday. It's out there available to check out. And then we have what any totals we're in love with. I have been firing the totals. Yeah, we'll get to some in a minute here. Let me jump on.
Well, the Rice
Navy game. It's at 45.5.
It's got to be an under game, right?
I mean, and that's another thing is Rice beat their ass last year and kind of 24-10. And Rice has this, the co-DC from a year ago. as the DC. So they despite switching coaches, they still have the same some of the same staff. Well, last year was 24-10, so only 34 points. I am inclined to think the under is still the play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indiana, Iowa. This total is at 47.5.
Oh.
This is one.
That's high.
I know that like people are overreacting to
Indiana.
And Iowa giving up 28 points to Rutgers. I mean, Iowa, they did not look like traditional Iowa, but Iowa historically.
And they were on the road.
That's what I'm saying. Historically, the defense is not the same when they hit the road. They're still charting at 13th in total yards defensively. And people are freaking out about Phil Parker and this defense suck. Relax a little bit. They're 6th in the nation in rush defense. They're 31st in pass defense. I'm not there yet. I am surprised though, if you're looking for the holes, they are 43rd in third down percentage defensively, which I would say that's not normally the case. I'm all over Iowa on this fucking Peacock game. I hate. How do you feel about these games going on Peacock? I can't stand the fact they have this shit spread out on like 50 different things, but I'm on Iowa.
All Peacock is like NBC, right?
Well, no, some of it, but yeah, I mean, NBC owns it, but they won't put it on NBC, some of them, and they'll put it on Peacock. So then like you're forced. I remember like UCLA, Michigan in basketball last year.
Was that close?
Yeah. I was searching for it. I was like, where the fuck is the game? And then it's like, you got to download the app. You got to find Peacock. You got to, and it's just the whole process. But, I'm on Iowa plus 8.5. And by the way, I'm taking the fucking money line.
Yes.
I've seen this too many times.
I like Iowa as well. So let's do some history check about Iowa here. And just to remind everybody how long Iowa has been a good defense. The team total for the Indiana Hoosiers today is at 28.5. Iowa has not given up 28 points at home since 2018.
And who was that? It was probably like
Nebraska.
Wow, that's actually a little bit surprising. It was Nebraska.
It was let me hold
that was pre-Frost too, right?
2018. That was 2018 November 23rd, 2018. 30, and they still won, by the way, 31-28. They beat Nebraska, and
I bet you that was like pick sixes. I bet you there was a pick six in that game.
Probably so. They did. Wisconsin that same year had 28. For you to get to a point where they gave up more than 28 points at home, you would have to go back to October 1st, 2016.
Yeah, let's go. I was going to beat them too. I like the under 47.5. I think I was going to win the fucking game. The line's actually gone up too. So, I mean, it's going against me.
Northwestern, October 1st, 2016 is the last team to put up over 28 points on Iowa at home. I love the Iowa Hawkeyes. Today, plus the points, but also Indiana team total under. I mean, I literally am fading something since 2016 to happen.
I mean, Kirk Ferentz at home through his whole fucking tenure, I feel like, maybe with exception to his first year or two, is fire at home when there's a ranked team. I've seen this for 20 fucking years. I just can't do it. I cannot say, oh yeah, Indiana's just gonna walk in there and fuck them up. I can't do it. Ride Iowa, double lock. Ohio State's at Washington. I didn't bet
18. Running that back, 18, 11-1 against ranked opponents at home.
Yeah, like I said, if he loses, it's like the final play of the game, 12-10 or some shit, or 20-16. So you're getting more than a touchdown. I just refuse to believe. Like, I mean, yeah, he's lost some at home, but not that much. And then B, it's like a 1-point game, 17-16 or something. Remember Penn State scored on the final play of the game. Mm-hmm. I just feel like they rarely get their ass whooped at home. Shout out to Caleb. Iowa's his favorite play on the board. Giving us $10. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, brother. Ohio State, Washington is one. Ohio State's laying 8.5. The over under at 53.5. This is one that I'd be intrigued to take the over, believe it or not. Going back to our conversation on totals, I have not bet this game yet. I don't think I'm going to take a side. I picked Washington plus 8.5, but I don't have much conviction towards that. I just think it's Julian Saint's first ever road start, and Washington is. People do not give this stadium the amount of credit it deserves. First off, I think they have like a 22 game home winning streak going on. I think it might be one of the longer in the nation. But it's also incredibly loud. So like Julian Sayin has yet to start on the road. That's really my logic on picking Washington. I'm not betting it, but I do think this though. I think Washington's defense is not very good. So I do think there's opportunity for points. So I'll take the over 53.5, and I think I might actually bet that. Shout out to Clark. He's with me on this. So I think the over would be the play in this game.
Yeah,
Is that?
Yeah, I'm not sold to saying just yet on the road in this spot. I think I'm with you. I got to take the points. That over does sound pretty tempting, though.
Yeah. Shout out to Band Neutral Site Games. Great fucking title. Yeah, I wouldn't bet Washington. I would not bet Washington. To me, like the coming off the Apple Cup too. They're coming off the Apple Cup too, which I just think the play would be the over. This is a fire Saturday. Auburn is at Texas A&M. A&M's laying this line's gone up from 6.5 to 7.5. I'm laying it too. New strip club freeze. Tough back-to-back away right there. Going to Norman and then College Station. Marcel Reed, he's a beast. I'm laying the 7.5 as well. What are you doing? You're laying that, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised that there's like a lot of people on Auburn, and maybe it's the points. Maybe they're trying to fade Texas A&M coming off of the Notre Dame game, but they took the bye. They took the bye. They said, yeah, we're going to play this. We're going to schedule ourselves. We're going to play this tough game. We're going to take the bye. They've had time to prepare for this game. They've had time to come down from Notre Dame. They've had time to try to work on that defense and get them looking back right at home. So I think this is more about a defensive get right game than the Texas A&M offense running wild here with Reed. I think it's a very heavy defensive game for the Aggies. So yeah, get it done. Texas A&M, lay the points.
Let's go. Mac is in Morgantown. How about that motherfucker Kyle Whittingham last week not telling us that Dan Pierre missed multiple practices, by the way, as we loaded up on Utah. We had no knowledge of him not practicing all week. What's the point of the injury report if you don't tell us these things? I think he's going to play because the line's gone up. And I also think West Virginia's starting quarterback's out and the starting running back, Jaheim White. Sorry, Mac. I think Utah's going to fuck you guys up today. I will lay the 13.5. You got to play on this?
Just get last week out of my head. Okay. I'm back on my use. Give me Utah laying 12.5. But last week, very, very concerning. However, is West Virginia going to be able to score the football? I'm not certain.
Yeah, that offense is asked to play.
Redshirt senior getting the start today.
He's an A&M transfer, I believe, and a Fresno transfer. Yeah. Kansas is hosting Cincinnati. This one I will jump on the over. 56.5 is the total. I expect a lot of offense in this game. Kansas laying 4.5. It seems a little odor to this day. I'm taking Kansas, but I feel like this line is off a little bit. So I think the over 56.5 is the best play on the board. How about you?
Well, yeah, I think Kansas will be able to score the points. They're not really that good. I don't really think they're that good. I think they got a couple of get-right games against Northwestern State and Bowling Green, but the Nebraska game, I didn't feel like they looked good. Neither one of them looked like they really great in that game. Yeah. Just give me Lance Leopold. When in doubt, just take Lance Leopold.
A couple off the beaten path games that I love. Georgia Southern is at JMU. JMU's coming off the Liberty game. Patty C's not here, but he would tell you this. He would tell you Georgia Southern always fucks with James Madison, and they're getting 14.5. This was at 16.5, by the way. But I still think this. I actually think I wouldn't surprise me if the fucking money line hit. I think this is gonna be like a 1-possession game. So Georgia Southern getting 14.5. Load the fuck up. You have an opinion on this one?
No, I don't. I don't think. I would say go ahead and take the Georgia Southern side because I don't think JMU is really all of that this year.
And remember that Liberty game that was a hardcore rivalry game that hadn't been played in like a decade. So you're coming home after a hardcore rivalry game.
Fade them.
Yeah, lock that thing up. I also like Toledo got upset at home not at home, but as a double-digit dog. I'm sorry, I can't fucking talk. Double-digit favorite. Last week they were laying 14.5 against Western Michigan. They lost. Every time they've done this in Maction play, which has actually been very common that they lose a game or two they shouldn't in Maction. The next week they just destroy whoever they play, and it's Akron, who's terrible. Toledo's laying 20.5 at home at the Glass Bowl. I also laid the 20.5. I think this is going to be something like 42-10 or something. Not sure if you're interested in that little wacky Mac game, but your thoughts?
No, I mean, I did think Toledo was going to lose outright to Western Michigan last week. So, yeah, no, I'll lay the points. Toledo's they're really the best team in the MAC. It's just, I don't know what happened last week.
They always fuck around. Like that's the one knock against this coach is like they always drop a game to someone they shouldn't in the MAC, and you saw it last week. This is a classic ACC game, Terrell. I know you're a big ACC guy. Cal is at Boston College.
Yeah. I've been watching that one since I was a kid.
BC's laying 5.5. That's the over under at 53.5. I actually bet
they're telling you who's going to win.
I bet BC, dude. I bet BC, and the logic was I just thought, man, it's back-to-back away for Cal, and you're going to. This has got to be the biggest trip outside of the game in Ireland. What is the distance on this shit? You can't get further trip than this.
And having, I mean, how they looked in the loss to San Diego State.
Yeah.
On the road might be a problem. Like that really, that also begs the question, how bad is Oregon State? But Oregon State clearly can't be that bad because they just beat Houston.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
go. I would really say go with the better quarterback, and I really do think Cal is the better quarterback.
They do have the better quarterback. They do, but both are good. That other dude's not bad. From BC, they got from Alabama. He's not longer beam, whatever the fuck his name is. He's not bad. All right, this is my number one play of the day. I mean, there's a few. I think I power ranked him on our picks episode, but I do love this play. Air Force is going to fuck up Hawaii. Hawaii's coming to Colorado Springs, and Air Force, they actually played pretty well against Boise. It was a tough beat, but I'm laying the 6.5 with Air Force. I think Air Force is going to win this game. Something like, honestly, I think it's going to be like 28-13 or something. So all over the Falcons here. Aim high, miss small. You're a former Air Force guy yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You repping your boys?
You know I am.
Let's go.
You know I am.
Easy money.
Get the Rainbow Warriors off the island. It's a different scene.
At altitude too? Come on.
Yeah. What's the difference in altitude from Hawaii to Colorado?
Honolulu to Colorado Springs? It's probably about as drastic as you can get. Yeah, smash play. Love that play. There's also we only got 10 minutes out of here, dude. I love Virginia Tech today against the Pussy Pack. I think Virginia Tech is live to win this fucking game. I think Philip Montgomery is a coaching upgrade from Brent Pry. I think they're live to win this fucking game, man. So they're getting, I think, 9 points. I think I saw last. Even if it's down anything over a touchdown, you take the Hokies. I think the money line. I don't mind the money line sprinkle.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with Virginia Tech. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with it. Good.
App State's at Boise. App's getting 16.5. I'll take App. Tragic magic situation, by the way, with Sean Clark. Rest in peace to him, and condolences to his family and friends. It's just too many points. Boise will win the game. App will cover. Your thoughts?
Yeah, give me App and points. I won't say 100% App. I actually don't. If you want somebody that's not going to save your daughter, Boise. I would not be surprised if Boise dropped this game. I really wouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the random game.
The App has a history of getting up for these games, man.
They go on the road. Nobody believes in them, and they just give it to somebody. I think this is that game. 16.5. I would have never thought this was 16.5. One, because I don't think that Boise is that good.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Give me a random dog on App on the road on the money line today. That's a random dog that I just think App is going to show up. This is one of those weird spots where App shows up.
Plus 550. Plus 550.
Maybe not go to heaviest on that one.
Arizona is taking on your boy Rocco Beck in Ames, Iowa. Arizona. This line has come down. It's down to 4.5. This thing was 6.5 on Wednesday.
Under a touchdown? Bet, Rocco Bet. What are you doing? Under a touchdown. Rocco Bet's got it done.
At 6.5, I liked Arizona. At 4.5, I'll take Arizona to stay. Iowa State wins by 3 or 4. 21-17 final. Arizona still
State
covers.
Wins by 6.
I like Southern Miss against Jacksonville State. We don't have the key on that game because we only have a certain amount of time. Let's get to the biggest fucking games. Oregon's at Penn State. And Terrell, I know we were friends with Dave Sharapan. May he rest in peace, our friend.
Shout out my guy Dave, man.
Hell of a good guy, man. Hell of a nice guy. And he is a Penn State grad. So there ain't a chance in hell that I'm fading Penn State. This is one of my biggest bets. This and Air Force are two of my bigger bets on the entire day. I am laying the 3.5. I am curious to what you're doing here, though, and I'm not trying to box you in with the tragic magic. Because if you like the Ducks,
I feel it. I feel it, and I'm sorry. I would tell Dave to his face right now. I have to fade Penn State because this is Penn State in a big game, and I've literally taken so many L's backing them in a big game, thinking this time was different. You know, like the disgruntled ex kind of still girlfriend, whatever. Like this time is different. This time is different. This time is not different. He's the same guy. He's a piece of shit. Get away from him. It's not different. No, give me Oregon plus the points. Sprinkle on the money line. Wow. As much as I want to be afraid of Dante Moore on the road in this spot, it's not different. Every time the guy is the exact same piece of shit, and that's who James Franklin is because he doesn't win these games. Like how many times do we bet him in these spots and we lose? How many times do we bet him in these spots and lose?
You remember his he what did he say to Marcus Freeman that was like it was a dickhead? The way he phrased it was like a dickhead. Remember they were both doing their press conference for the bowl game, and I thought the way that Franklin said something to Freeman was like it's like, dude, what an asshole. Like something I forget what it was, but it made me think like, dude, probably not a great dude outside of the sport. Alabama, Georgia. So we're battling on Oregon, Penn State, by the way. Alabama, Georgia. Look, on.
Why would I trust Bauer?
I'm going there. Why? Because he beat him last year.
Kirby
Smart 1-0 against Kirby Smart.
To lose that game.
He's also 2-0 against Dan Lanning. Actually, 2-0 or 3-0. 2-0, I think. Or against maybe 3-0 because they played in the championship. 3-0 against Dan Lanning.
I don't know, man. I just feel like this is when Bama just. I feel like this is Monday morning, Paul Feinbaum's show. Everybody's calling for the firing of DeBauer. Like I think that's how this game ends. On Monday, they're calling up Feinbaum and calling for his job.
I think Georgia's got the longest home win streak in the nation. I think it comes crumbling down today. Roll Tide. We're battling all these big games. I like it. Yeah. I think Alabama's better. I think their roster is better this year. So, the over under is at 52.5. The chat's talking about that as an over. I think Terrell had to go somewhere, but BYU Colorado, another one. I jumped on the Buffs revenge game from that bowl game at that filthy Alamo Dome. But dude, let's get to our parlay. We're battling on Alabama, Georgia. We're battling on Oregon, Penn State.
Yep.
Our
Are you
parlay
seriously, seriously, you have no concern of James Franklin winning a big game?
Oh no, there's concern, but I also think Dante Moore, Oregon has played. So both these teams have played nobody.
I agree.
Right. Honestly, Oregon, all of Oregon's opponents, they've played 2 Power 5s, but they have yet to beat a FBS team.
And not only does he have to beat this team, he has to cover the 3.5, Kobe. I think that's the part that's making, like, not only does he have to win a big game, he has to cover the spread. Like, that's the part that really makes it concerning. Maybe they win, but they win by 2.
I got it. I got this at like 27-17 Penn State win. Let's go.
Right. Okay.
Let's go. See you on the battlefield. Dude, let's get our parlay and get out of here. Yep. And we shouldn't do any noon games because these things are about to kick, but
it's okay. The noon slate is never good to us.
Who do you want to do first here?
Whoa, pause.
Oh yeah. I will say because we're battling a lot of the big games here.
Yeah, we gotta go. We do like Iowa. We do like Texas A&M. I guess those are relatively. We're gonna have to go a little bit further on the beaten path.
Yeah. What time is that Georgia Southern kick? That's not at noon, right? I don't think that's at noon.
Georgia Southern. 1:30. We could do 1:30. Or we didn't talk about Mississippi State. I can get behind.
I am on Mississippi State. I am
Mississippi State plus points.
Yeah, against Tennessee. I like that game. It's an underrated game. I'm on Mississippi State. So let's add that as the first leg. Are you cool with Georgia Southern being on there?
Yeah, let's go with it. Sure.
All right, Mississippi State, Georgia Southern.
My plug is a Georgia Southern grad. So.
Okay. There you go.
Very random piece of lore about me that one of my many plugs is a Georgia Southern grad, and he loves Georgia Southern, so I'm perfectly fine.
Okay, there we go. I'll take Appalachian State and put them on this card. 16.5.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I feel really weird about App today.
That's 3.
I don't think Boise's that good. It's way too many points for Boise.
That's 3 right there. In the chat, loving Rhode Island against Western Michigan. I kind of like it too. But Air Force is being added to the card, right?
Yeah.
And we should add Utah just to ruin Mac's day, right? or LSU. LSU at Ole Miss.
Yeah, I need some more LSU action. Let's go with
okay.
LSU.
So
any concern that the line flip? Wait, was it -1 LSU all week, and then did the line flip?
I think Ole Miss was -1, right?
All week. Oh, okay. All right.
So hold on. It is. We have, who am I missing? Oh, Georgia Southern. So the 5 that I'm seeing right now: LSU, Air Force, App State, Mississippi State, Georgia Southern.
That's what I got.
Let's go, folks. Give Terrell Furman a follow on Twitter at @reallyRel_. Shout out to the chat. I'm on Twitter at @TheCoBD. Check out Terrell's work too.
I almost put too much money on this.
That's the word. And you're dead sober too.
Yeah, no, that would have been crazy, right?
The Tragic Magic parlay is not bad. If you like UCF and App State, the Sean Clark stuff, may he rest easy. Or for me, I like Penn State, App State there parlayed. Yeah, folks, check out the NBA Game Lake podcast at WNBA Game Plus.
Wait, no,
what's that?
Never mind. Wrong game.
Rice money line play. Let's go. Till next time, folks. See you tonight for the reaction show.
Parlay Rice and App State.
Rice and App State. Let's fucking go. This is the College Football Experience pregame show. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here. I like it.
Oh yeah, Georgia Southern first half. We were talking about that.
First half, 365.